everybody, welcome to the Dad Sean Podcast. My name is Josh. Today is a good day because crazy pieces are finally telling the truth about the marriage and the things that are going on in their lives. Okay? It's about time, you know what I'm saying? Even though we all knew what was going on, Crystal can't lie for shit. She can't keep anybody. Like, one day she just showed up with teeth like this and we're all supposed to be like, cool. You know? Oh yeah, I don't notice your new teeth. Oh, Crystal. You idiot. Anyway, thanks for joining me today, and let's go watch this video together. Okay, I ordered these on Amazon, and they don't work. I don't know how she wears these shits. Okay? But it looks good, right? What's up? Imagine I walk up to you at like a Disneyland or something. Hey, what's up? You busy lady? Want to go, get on the teacup ride or something? Oh, the amount of drool. Sorry. That probably grossed a lot of people out. Best $10 ever spent on Amazon. Anyway, the video is all about her sitting down with the daughter that got married and then divorced to the guy that the whole internet said don't do it. What this shows? It shows that their kids make bad choices. It shows that their kids actually don't understand people. Like they don't know when they're being catfished, conned, anything like that, because they've been sheltered in this house on YouTube. And they've been in their own closed little community for so long that they literally have no idea when people are taking advantage of them. Also, what really pisses me off about a video like this is that Crystal, when they have no content, they just put this in their back pocket until it was time to, we'll go do the thing. We'll go talk about the thing that everybody knew about. And it gets really cringy. I've only watched the first 2 minutes of this, not even, 10 seconds. And it's the cringiest thing you ever watched Crystal through this whole thing. And I know I haven't seen this, but I can guarantee you Crystal's going to take over the conversation because this girl's going to say some wrong stuff. Crystal's going to correct her to the real story. I already know it. So let's go.
There we go. Your mom's in here. This is serious.
This is serious.
We're sitting down.
Melinda has gathered me here today.
It's not funny. It isn't funny. Stop laughing at jokes that aren't funny.
I know to talk about all
asshole.
That's how we're starting
Oh, it's a tea now. It's tea.
This video. Welcome back again.
Crystal is uncomfort in this video. Good. I can feel her uncomfort. But they're so desperate for content that she'll even put herself in really uncomfortable positions to film content because they will monetize their daughter's divorce for cash. How disgusting are these people? They have no people who think that family vloggers are good people. It boggles the mind when I've shown you so many times how fake they are, all the lies that they create, the exploitation that they do, and people honestly think that they're just, they're nice. I can't say who it is, but somebody from their old town reached out to me and said, it's such a small town, everybody knows them, and everybody hates them. Their kids too. Their kids are entitled. The kids would be at school saying, do you know who we are? We have a YouTube channel. Nobody liked them. In an entire town. What does that tell you? These kids are sheltered because they live in this little bubble of YouTube. They don't care about anybody else in their circumference. It's all about and they don't even care what you think. Honestly, but you make them money. So people honestly think that these people are great. And if you go to their comment section, obviously it's been they delete all bad comments, and that's fine. We all do it as YouTubers. Okay. But it looks like they're just amazing. And they cultivate that in their little bubble. But it doesn't serve their children. Because we know that Alex has been catfished likely more than once. This girl was clearly catfished. They get conned by people because they want to be in their wealth. That's a scary place to be. And you're not protecting your children, assholes.
It's
not funny. Okay, just cut this bullshit out there, teeth.
I gotta hear my mother.
No, she's...
If my mom's sitting down, there's some tea to spill.
So now you're literally gonna do drama channel about your entire family. That's really good. It's so funny, Crystal. I hate you. You are like, I know wolf in sheep's clothing is such a cliche term. These people are wolves in sheep clothing. They are wolves. Okay, they are not who they say they are. And if you guys ever got a real glimpse into who they really were, their shit would be shut down instantly. Nobody would watch them if they knew who they really were.
So she is ready to talk about what you guys want to know.
So Crystal was like, okay, if she was pressuring Melinda to tell this story is what was happening. Tell us when you're ready so we can film it and make money on it.
What you want to know.
But it also gives me pause to say, think about this for a second. They pay for their kids' rents, probably their mortgages, whatever, right? They own a bunch of houses. And for these kids to stay in those worlds, to have their bills paid, they probably have to do these videos. They probably have to sit there, be humiliated, and give away their privacy and all that shit because they're like, well, if you want to have this stuff, you got to kind of do some videos.
And asking about.
Addressing the rumors.
Let's do this.
They're not rumors, we all know. So this is on the Crazy Treasures channel, which is all of their kids have their own like crazy channels, and it's stupid. Okay, the gag was done, and it's not. You're not crazy. I mean, you're crazy dumb, stupid, exploitative. But if you go to Crazy Treasures channel, which I think is their daughter's channel.
There we go. There we go. Your mom's.
So she's got 72,000 subscribers and 6 million views. She doesn't make a lot of money on here. She makes a bit. Every video she posts, like she did come join us for Halloween, it was like 6,000. Happy birthday vlog. Like they don't get, their kids don't get any, not a ton of views because their kids, I don't know. Because I don't even know how the Crazy Pieces got this many subscribers. It doesn't even make sense to me. I feel like if you just have a large family, it doesn't matter if you're talented, if you have anything to show. People just want to watch it because they're like, this is weird. It's like watching serial killers. It's almost guaranteed you have twins or large families. It doesn't matter. Your content will blow up.
Okay, we are going to get right into it.
You are going to get right into it. Teethy McTeeth.
Melinda, everyone wants to know, was there a living room?
Why couldn't Melinda just do this video on her own? Why did you have to be in it, Crystal? Get better hair.
Wedding. Were you married?
Yes, I was married.
We all know. Crystal. We all saw the pictures. Dumbass, it was in your living room. This is what's going to happen with Kira from OK Baby. She's like, okay, everybody, here it comes. I'm dating Preston. We know. Dumbass. Idiots. The big reveal that we all knew.
The end.
Okay, good. The video's over.
Yeah. Okay, no, along those lines. So yes, she was married. Why did you not talk about it?
I didn't talk about it for the longest time because I felt I wasn't ready.
It's because you got taken advantage of, you were humiliated, and it's the truth. And you shouldn't have to tell everybody. You made a mistake, move on. But it's your mom's fault. And hear me out for a second. I'll let them finish because I've got a thought.
In all honesty, I felt like I needed time to heal, not just for me, but I have a daughter. So I was like, I'm just going to take time to myself, and once I feel I'm ready to talk about it, then I will. And today's the day.
She finally said she's ready.
Yeah, I feel like...
So let's turn the cameras on, everybody. I'm so sweet, but I'm holding a knife to her right now.
Like, people heal... How do you say that?
Like, differently? Everyone heals on their own time frame.
Please educate your children. Make sure they stay in school. Please. Please. All you family vloggers, please listen to me. With all of your ears. Give your kids the gift of education. You can afford it. Thanks. Thanks for watching my TED Talk.
Yeah, so it's taken me almost about a year. And I feel like it's okay. So
It's not okay. What happened to you is not okay.
Okay, so let's go back a little bit.
Okay.
It kind of at the beginning, like what made you want to get married and kind of what did that all look like?
Okay, so I'm gonna start off to say there's certain things on my channel that I don't ever like talking about because I feel it's very controversial. So, and I know they can be very hot topic.
Mormonism? Religion.
Politics, those kind of
money.
things.
In all honesty,
Money? You shouldn't be. You didn't get that from your parents. That's all they talk about is how much money they have.
I know that you guys know that my family and I...
What? Finish the thought. What did you... My family and I what? You don't cut that.
are LDS.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And that was one of the main reasons why we got married.
There you go. Hear that. Hear that.
We both
And Crystal's agreeing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
agreed. And I know he wanted to move forward into the church. And I was like, I'm okay with doing this with you. And I love you. And so...
They're not mainline LDS. Like, they're not... I call them Mormons, but they're like flaky ass Mormons. They don't wear garments. They don't actually adhere to the Mormon principles at all. Zero. So they're just Mormons to get the fans to say, hey, we're Mormon content. They're not Mormons otherwise.
So I made that decision with him. And we were like, you know what? We want to make this special between just the two of us. And we agreed to get married in my parents' living room.
So special. You wanted to be special, so you got married in your parents' living room? I don't believe you.
Just something quick, something easy.
So something special, something quick and easy. That's so special.
And then later we were going to share it with everybody, friends and family, with all of you guys.
So they filmed it all, and then like days, it must have been days later, some shit hit the fan.
And then it got leaked.
Got leaked. He's actually just said that. Yeah, so we already knew.
Yes. So, real quick, kind of to explain that a little bit more. So, they were wanting to live together. And in the church, you should be married before you live together.
Listen to this for a second. Are you hearing this?
And so he was like, let's do this. Let's just do the wedding now and then do an actual wedding in February with everybody.
And film it for content. And she's agreeing with this. She knows that so it begs the question. Is Alex and Savannah, I think that's her name, are they married? Legally on paper for the LDS? Everybody's like, Alex is an LDS. They're LDS. If the parents are LDS, the kids are LDS. You know that they are. Alex specifically is attached to this woman's ass like a mole. Okay? Alex is the favorite, and Alex wouldn't be the favorite if Alex didn't toe the line of this family. I'm sorry. So yeah, it begs the question. But you could look it up legally if they're married. They could be sealed and not legally married by the state, I guess.
And I was like, no, wait till February in our family. And it wasn't like the religion was like, oh, you have to get married now. It was just him wanting to.
This is the con, everybody. It's him wanting to be a part of this family legally, so that he has some recourse when he gets divorced.
Progress in the church, and he wanted that.
No. He wanted to rip you off. And you were against this, Crystal, and you're the parent, and all you have to say is like, no, I don't agree with this, and you're not using my house, and we want you to wait till February. If you wait till February, then we will pay for it. We'll do everything you need. But you know what? Crystal went along with it and filmed it for content. And they're so heartbroken they can't show all that they filmed. What a waste of a day of filming for them. And their weddings are shitty anyway. That's what gets me upset here, is that she knows this was wrong. These parents knew that this guy was just conning the shit out of this girl, okay? And yet went along with it and still filmed it for content, knowing it was going to end badly.
Mm-hmm. I know.
If someone was coming at my daughter, and I could read people, I'm sorry. If you're going to con my daughter, trust me, ain't going to go well for you. It's not going to happen, buddy. Not going to happen. No. My will is too strong anyway. But nope. There's just no way I would let my daughter be taken advantage of. I would break your neck before I allowed that to happen.
I was okay with that because we loved each other at the time.
At the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, no, this is bullshit. She's lying. But I have to go along with it because we need content.
So why was the wedding last minute? Like, I was wearing, I think, jeans in it. And
so you must have really taken it seriously.
Some of the kids were in sweatpants. Like, it was kind of not a formal.
She just said she wanted it to be special. right? Did I miss that? No. She said we wanted to be special. So we did it really quick in my parents' living room where she was wearing jeans and the kids wearing sweatpants. So special. Do you not understand what a lie is? You're talking about this Mormon shit, but you guys have no problem lying to people. Make it make sense.
It was quick, and I called my mom, and I was like, I think I just want to get married, and we can do it in your living room and get the bishop and come over. And she's like, okay. So she quickly put something up.
So it was the night, she called me the night before.
So special. And you went along with this, you idiot. You're her parent. This is, again, another reason these YouTubers, the dynamic shifts when a kid wants something. Hear this out. And you know what? Good for these kids for taking advantage of this shit because it's all they really have. If they really, really want something, they just gonna get it. Because you know what they have? The leverage that they have? If you don't give me what I want, I'm gonna tell the whole world about who you are. So good. All these Doherty dozen kids who are getting fed shit and $1 million gifts and all that stuff, when they actually want something later and don't get it, watch what happens. You watch. You are creating monsters and you literally deserve it. And I'm here for it.
I was like, I want to be married tomorrow. And I'm like, wait, can we have a couple days? Can we decorate?
Yeah. I'd be like, just wait a couple of days. This guy, that's the biggest effing red flag of all time. I'd be like, going to that guy, you and I are going to have a man-to-man right now. You want to get married tomorrow? Nope. You can right off, is what I would tell that guy. You wait, or you can kiss my ass.
Should we all dress up in dresses? Like, should we make this like an actual wedding? And Melinda's like, no. Like, you can wear jeans, like, I want this to be so informal.
She said special before, though, right? Yeah.
We want to make this special between just the two of us.
Okay.
Because I want you guys to save that for my actual wedding. For the time when it's like, we're actually...
This is an actual wedding, asshole! These people hear themselves, right? Like, they watch this after, or do they not watch it? They just give them the footage, and they're like, I don't want to see it. Like, they don't approve this after they watch it. They're like, yeah, okay, good. That works for us.
Getting married, and friends and family and all of that are celebrating with us. So she asked for us not to be dressed up.
Just like very...
But you did film it, though, didn't you? Informal.
Very casual, and also just like family.
Yeah, rushed as shit because you want to have sex. This guy wants to consummate right away. They went, this guy, I don't know. Sounds like an asshole, but dude, if you're watching, you're welcome to come talk about your story on my platform. I offered the same thing to JJJ, and we're still kind of in talks about this whole thing. I mean, I think you're an asshole, but hey, I'll be fair. If you want to come tell your story, if you want to tell the truth, you have your side.
Yeah. Joe didn't get invited. Joe didn't get invited. Shelly's family, the crazy middle.
Joe didn't get invited. Interesting. Hillbilly Mormon didn't get invited. Why not? Creepy hug from behind guy didn't get welcome to your wedding? Didn't get invited to your wedding? Interesting. We don't like creepy Joe at weddings.
Were not invited. Like, no one was invited. It was a last minute, like...
Yeah, rush job. Shit, that's what it was. And you should have told your child, whom you love, to wait. And if you have a good bond with your children, if you raise them right, and they love you, they'll listen to you because you're important to them. And I one day hope that my daughter is going to make great choices, and I'm raising her to be an amazing, well, she's amazing already. She's 10 and she's like the most loving, caring, underdog rooting. She's her mother. And thank God she's nothing like me, except for she's funny and she could draw. But like, she's amazing. And one day I hope that if she decides to make a dumb choice, that she'll listen to dear old dad, because we have a bond. And I'll say, look, I love you. I want what's best for you. And she'll listen to me. I'm not saying I'm going to be always right about that stuff, because we got mom to like kind of counter that, because I'm wrong sometimes. But I hope one day that if she ever needs me to give her that advice, she'll listen to me. What does that tell you about these people? They don't listen to these people. They're just cash machines. That's all they are. Is that really what you want to be for your child? A cash machine? Wake up, Alusha.
She just wanted to do it really quick, and yeah.
And
okay,
yeah,
so
I'm shiny.
I feel like a lot of things were very rocky for quite a few months, like from June until August. until like that last minute wedding. Like things were kind of just up and down and back and forth. And
So let me translate for you here from Crystal's language. She hated us. The guy came into the picture and we were not for it. So we were not talking. We were incommunicado and we were pissed off. And it was just back and forth. It was just like, oh yeah. But no, they hated each other. Everybody was pissed. Everybody was angry. Crystal's telling you the truth here. You got to read between the lines, unfortunately, and you got to read between her fake ass teeth. But this is what's happening. It was shit because they don't have a good relationship with their children.
there were so many people involved in social media and coming up to me and were like, you have to break them up. They're not right together. And like, there was just so much.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that for a second? Don't miss that, okay? That's one of the most important things Crystal has ever said and one of the most dangerous things. People from social media coming up to me, messaging me about my daughter's relationship saying you have to break them up. Do you not see a problem with that? For two reasons. People are seeing through the bullshit, which is great. And people are talking to you about your children's relationships to you and saying break them up like they're part of your family or some shit. Do you not see a problem in that? How dangerous that is. That is what a parasocial relationship goes too far looks like. And you're just like, yeah, they were telling us to break them up. And so we were like conflicted because we had our fans telling us what to do with our family and our family wasn't listening. Are you listening to yourself? Oh my God.
Much, I think, outside pressure from a lot of different angles.
You should, sorry, Husa. You should, outside pressure. Let this be your exit. If you're getting outside pressure on what you do with your family, leave. That's wrong. You're too deep into this shit. If people feel the need to comment on how you parent, damn it, do you guys not see how dangerous this is? That's why this is crazy. We're getting pressure from our fans about what to do with our children. Oh my God.
Melinda was like, we share our lives and I love what we do and I love all of this, but sometimes you want some of those intimate, special moments to be kept private.
Oh, do you, Crystal? You don't keep anything private, you asshole. You gotta be out of your mind. Or she's saying that's what Melinda wants. Is that her name? And so, if that's the case, that's even worse. Her children are like, I want shit kept private. And Crystal's like, no, you don't get anything to be kept private. I'm filming everything. Oh my God, this video is so awakening.
And that footage was not supposed to be leaked.
If it was supposed to be kept private, Crystal, why was there footage? And how did it get leaked? How did you get footage leaked from inside of your family's house? What? Leaked? How did it get leaked? Get to the bottom of that. Who leaked the footage?
And it was hard because so the person that leaked it was Bella. She's okay with us saying that, but she was new to our family. She had only been in our family a month and a half when all this happened, or a couple months actually at that point. And she didn't understand what social media would turn that into. Excuse
me? So you want to send me private? All you have to do is tell the children who live in your house, this is private. What? Excuse me? And hear that for a second. No, she was new to the compound, so she didn't really know the rules and shit. And so, oh my God! Listen to yourself, Crystal. This is your reality. And that there would be all these hate videos made on it and all this craziness, like. And she had shared. Oh, you are crazy pieces, so. It on a private Instagram that was supposed to be with just her friends, but apparently there were some people in there that were not just her friends. Let this be a lesson to every single person out there. The internet is not private. And this, another lesson, is your children literally have trolls and infiltrators inside of their circles willing to whistle on your family. That's how dangerous your life is. That's the dangerous life that you've made for your children. They can't even trust their friends. Ava Marjorie is one of these cases. She goes to a school. She had friends. She had a close friend that gave away this information to this incel guy who came and tried to kill her. Remember that? These kids will never be able to have relationships or trust people because they're famous. And that's on you. Damn. Mic drop.
And they leaked all of that footage out there, and then it turned into a bigger thing than what it was supposed to be.
Well, you're an asshole. It's your fault.
And I think too, Melinda...
Crystal, can she talk? This is her effing video. Is she allowed to say words or no? No? Okay, just checking. No, I'm just checking.
And a lot of people were like, oh, you're trying to hide it, and why are you trying to be secretive? And
When anybody does a video with Crystal, why are they even in the video? Crystal, you should just get... Hey, guys, I'm going to tell you everything anyway. They don't even need to be here because they're not going to say words. Let me tell you. Because that's exactly what's happening right here. The person just happens to be sitting there.
That kind of thing, and that was not the case at all.
No.
What were your thoughts on that?
Well, it was like a lot at once, like you said, and it was supposed to be just intimate between us and everything. And once I was comfortable and once we were going to be married in February, then we were eventually going to share that. And like I said...
It's so sad that these kids don't ever get privacy. They leave the house. They get their YouTube channels. You don't get privacy. You want to continue on with this path. You don't get privacy. Also, it's interesting to know she has a daughter. And also interesting to note that why does she care about the LDS church when she already has a child out of wedlock? At that point, I mean, there's no going back. You can't put that back in. So I don't understand the Mormons and shit. But again, really, really sad that these kids can't have a normal life because their parents, what their parents have put them through. This is the whole idea of informed consent. This girl could go back and say, would you rather that didn't be leaked? Would you rather have some private moments in your life? Yeah. Well, that'll go back to the beginning when you could get consent from your children. You can't because they can't see these outcomes. These are the outcomes that you can't see. And that's why you can't get informed consent from a child because they don't know what's going to happen. Neither do you. It's bullshit.
We have said before, we do share a lot of our lives and we get to also choose what we don't want to share, but...
No, you don't. Because, look. So, nope. You don't get to choose. And this is proof of that. What?
I didn't feel like I was hiding it. It was just a matter of when I wanted to share it.
Yeah, you're hiding it.
When and how she wanted to share it.
Yeah.
And it just got shared and not the way that she wanted to share it and wanted that to feel like... And I think then on our side too, we were getting a lot like, were they married? And oh my gosh, and you're hiding it and blah, blah, blah. And I've said this since
you were.
day one with all of my kids. Like, if there's ever anything, like I have a very black and white line. If there's ever anything you don't want to share, ever anything that you don't want us to talk about, that's not, you know, then just tell me and I will never talk about it and it'll never be out there.
Oh, you're so nice. So, are you sure there, Crystal? You sure? Because nope, because that's what she said here. This is the thing I don't want out there, and we'll never share it, so why'd you film it? So you're a bullshit liar. Also, you're going to have kids that are going to whistleblow eventually. So nope, everything's going to come out eventually. So no, you don't get to say that to your children. That's actually lying to your children. Because you don't get to say, well, you don't want to share that? No problem. Yeah, maybe for a video and they're like, taking a shit, you don't want to show it on camera. Fine. But you don't get to say that, Crystal. Because of the life that you lead.
And Melinda specifically said, I don't want you talking about it. I'm not ready. The situation is very hard for me. And so we chose to not confirm, deny, talk about anything because she asked me not to. And I
you're such a respect of privacy lady.
Did those wishes. And I think that's really important.
Oh my God. She's not serious right now, right? She's trolling everybody. She's trolling. You're kidding with me right now. The woman who overshares her children's lives for the world to see, exploits adopted kids' stories for money, is like, it's so important for us for privacy. You've got to be outside of your mind. I get so upset because it's just so easy to debunk their lies and they don't see it. And the only people who suffer are their children.
Just in social media in general, that we respect each other. What
do you
want to put out there and what we don't.
You're such a damned piece of shit.
Because I think that there's a very fine line that those can get very intertwined. And I think that a lot of the kids and just a lot of us in general, when we're like, I don't feel comfortable with this, then that should be that.
I can't believe she's saying this. But otherwise, we'll share everything. It's a fine line. Really? You're going to regret all of this, and your kids are going to regret all of this. And one day you're going to get the karma that's due to you. And when you're old and dying in your bed and none of your kids come to your bedside because they hate you and they deserve to be hated, you're gonna look back. All these family vloggers are gonna look back on their burnt relationships, the burnt bridges from their children, and all the shit that they took advantage of. And those kids are long gone with their own families, and you're out of their lives when the money's dried up, or when you're old and lonely in your big cavernous house. You know, that's when it's gonna hit you. And none of these people will see it, and it's gonna be so sad and poetic. But you're gonna die old and lonely with your fake ass teeth.
And there are like a lot of great things that happen that I'm like, oh my gosh, this would be so cool to share with all of you. And Melinda, same thing, like, oh my gosh, I want to show them this or tell them this. But because whoever's involved is like, I'm not comfortable or I don't want to at that point, like nothing is shared.
Oh, you're so sad for you, Crystal, that things go on, you can't share it because your kids don't want you to. Well, I don't believe you.
And it's hard because I feel like a lot of rumors and a lot of things start from all of that because they're like, oh my gosh. And then people do like exposing them. Like, and it's
Yeah, you have been exposed multiple times. And she's just laughing, oh, exposing them. Well, you chose this life, idiot.
It's like this big thing, but it's not even that big of a deal. Like, it's not that at all. It's
okay.
Just whoever in the situation wants to keep something private, then we do.
Like your teeth and your boobs and your lips and your whole eyeliner.
Appreciate that because we've always had those conversations, and there has been times where like, no, I don't want to share that, or no, I felt dumb in that video, and she's like, okay, we won't do it.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so good as parents because we keep embarrassing moments out of our videos and keep others though. We're good, right? Everybody, we're good. Tell us we're good.
And we keep those in our private.
Yeah, we still keep that footage though.
Archived videos, yeah. There are a lot of family memories that get vlogged, and whoever will be like, I felt like I looked bad that day. And I'm like, cool, this goes in this other folder.
You're a liar.
They're like, and it's never shared. And I think that that's something special about our family. And Melinda...
Is that what's special about your family? Is that when you record embarrassing moments that you just don't put them on? That's what's special about your family? Wow, you're so special. Special.
You're special.
Does that on her channel too. Like, if we're ever in something that I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, this person did this or whatever, and then she's like, cool. Like, we're just very...
What was that sentence? Okay, when we're like this and the thing was like, oh my God, you're like this, and I'm like, oh my God, and then you're like, ah, yeah, I'm like, right? What did you just say? Oh my God.
Respectful
I'm angry today. I hate this woman. I hate her because she's a douche.
of each other's feelings when it comes to stuff like that.
No, you're not. You're a liar.
So let's go into like the root of all of this. And I feel like this is such an important life lesson that comes from a lot of this is there were some red flags.
The entire relationship was red flags. I don't even know this guy's name and I knew it was red flags.
And in the situation, and
it's on you as a parent to teach your child to look for red flags, right? Stranger danger and all that. But here's what happens with these parents. They don't parent their kids. That's the problem. They don't want to teach their kids stranger danger and shit because they actually want them to meet strangers at like meet and greets and shit like that. They don't teach them internet safety because if they did, they'd know even private accounts will get leaked. They don't teach their children anything, which is why they get catfished and conned. All these family vloggers, all of them are dumb. If you taught your kid about red flags and stranger dangers, they wouldn't be going out in the public ever again. But they're like, you're famous, so you gotta live this life and just deal with it. That's what they tell them.
I think it's hard when you're the one in the situation to see that and to kind of fill that situation out. And so let's talk a little bit about like how you were feeling on just the situation.
Why is she always so shiny? Stop shining.
In general, and how fast everything was moving. And
she looks like a wax figure at like one of those New York wax figure places, but like a bad version of it.
Yeah, I feel a lot of it. Well, I feel like when it comes to relationships, when you have had a past with an ex and certain things like trigger, I feel those things go into your next relationship if you aren't completely healed from that one.
Where are you? Is someone baking cookies in the background or something?
Did do some therapy through the whole thing, and
so basically,
and cut her off. I need to talk. She can't say words. Let me say the words.
Melinda was in a toxic relationship.
Again, why is Melinda here? Crystal, she's Melinda. I got this. Love you, girl. You're my daughter and everything, but you suck at this. I'ma finish.
Prior to this whole situation, and a lot and when you're in a toxic relationship, you go through a lot of mental abuse, and they talk a lot like, oh,
how do you know? Well, I guess you're the abuser, so okay,
you're dumb, or oh, you're this, and they just beat you down and like really destroy your self-esteem. And if you don't heal from that and go through either therapy or talk it through or just go through all the healing and grieving and everything that goes into coming out of that kind of relationship.
How does she know? Does Crystal know this? Or she married when she was like 18? Don't give advice on shit you have no idea about. Okay, thanks.
A lot of times you can bring those insecurities into your new relationship. And
how do you know?
Melinda was starting to realize different things, and in the middle of the relationship, she chose to go to therapy to hopefully fix things that were going on the back end and hopefully fix the relationship. And I think from even an outside perspective as a mom, I was like, okay, Melinda, and we would have
there's so much they're not telling you. It's crazy because you can't not piecing anything together. So they got married early, but there's like these things. Here's a bunch of fluff words that don't make any sense, and you got to piece it together. You wonder why people are trying to piece it together themselves, Crystal. You're like, we're going to tell the truth here, and then you don't tell anything. You literally don't tell shit, and so we have to fill in the blanks ourselves. So this guy was abusive, is that what you're saying? Or the ex was abusive? Is the new guy abusive? Did they get in a relationship then she went to therapy? I don't know. Because you're shit at this.
So many conversations like, okay, I really think slow it down a little bit and work on this in therapy, and maybe he needs to go to this, and trying to help them have a healthy relationship.
How to say 5,000 words and not say one thing that makes sense by Crystal.
In the situation. And things were rushed, and it didn't end up being that way. And then after you're married,
thinking that it would possibly get better, it necessarily wasn't the truth.
The age-old, hey, let's have a kid or get married. That'll make things better in our shitty relationship. That's when a parent steps in and says, hey, asshole, I love you, but that's stupid. You're dumb.
And other things came about, but I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
So then I realized, you know what? I think even though we were only married for 2 months.
2 months.
I made the decision to get a divorce. And
excellent.
At the end of the day, I know that was best.
Here's what's best. Learn to read red flags. Know that your entire life now, you have to scrutinize every person that comes into your life because of who you are, because of who your parents made you. That sucks, but that's your reality. You can't trust anybody, and that's not your fault. That's your mom's fault and your shitty dad's fault.
Just for me, but for my daughter. So.
And don't forget, she had a daughter she brought. She brings guys into her life, and she has a daughter. And this is all on the parents for raising kids who have no idea about life because they didn't raise their kids. The older kids raised the kids. These parents are not involved in their child's lives. It's physically impossible for them to do it because they have so many kids. Impossible, considering their entire lives are on the internet and all they do is vlog and go shopping and shit. Impossible. And this is the proof. This is the outcome, the exhaust, will you, of shitty parenting. This is it. This is all on Crystal. This is not on her.
Yes. And I think, too, when you're going through all of that, even, like, the divorce part and how it's, like, Melinda was saying, like, she only wanted to be married once. And she wanted it to be special and this big thing. And so So, everything that she wanted, she didn't get. Because you guys are shit at parenting. go through this and then realize things about the relationship. And I think a lot of relationships, you feel like, oh, well, when we're married, everything's going to be better because we're having these problems on the back end, or when we're having this, like, this is going to make it better, or when we have our child, or whatever
This is why Christianity and Mormonism just needs to let go of purity culture. I'm sorry, and I used to be a very huge advocate because I'm a one partner guy. My wife's one partner. We've never slept with anybody else. We never lived with each other before we got married. And it worked. And I'm not saying it doesn't work. It can be a healthy way of doing things. But if that's not the way you want to go, don't force your children to do it. Okay? That's the purity culture thing. Unfortunately, the reality is now, it's just don't. Don't get married to have sex. Don't get married because you think it's going to solve problems. Because it's going to make it worse. If there are problems before, there's going to be problems after. And if there are irreconcilable differences before, it's going to be the same afterwards. Teach your children to make good choices, please. And it's usually parents who make shitty-ass garbage choices, whose kids make shitty-ass garbage choices.
Situation is, and it can be in any relationship, but those things aren't going to fix the problem. And I think...
And it says a lot, because those things aren't going to fix the problem, that these kids don't know what a good relationship looks like. Right? Because these two, her and Aaron, someone posted on Reddit the other day on Crazy Middles. It's the Crazy Middles site. Someone posted like are Aaron and Joe together? Because they're like bromance is budding all the time, right? The issue is that I don't think Crystal and Aaron are actually really married in real life. Like for the kids, maybe they put on a little bit of a show for the youngers, but none of these kids are actually being exposed to what a good marriage looks like. And that should be telling to all the relationships that fail. Because these kids don't know. That it right there. That's all you need to know about this family. And other family vloggers. They don't know what a good relationship looks like. Because when the camera's turned on, they are somebody else.
There were a lot of things even that you didn't find out till after the marriage.
Which was true. I just felt that's what made it hard. I'm just like, once I did find out more stuff, but...
You mean the stuff that all of your people that follow you were telling you about? That stuff? Okay.
So just to say, like, I believe it was a very good life lesson for me, even though it was a short period of time.
No, you shouldn't have to go through that, and that's on your parents.
But after...
Blame your parents.
Everything was done and said, I had a reflection, and I actually still continued to go to therapy for a little bit after, and it did really help.
Thanks, Crystal.
And now I know.
I hope your therapist is like, here, I can tell you a lot of the root cause of your problem. It's your parents and this shitty life that they built for you. Yeah, you got some shit. Yeah, you live in a $2.5 million mansion. Yeah, you got cars. Cool. But do you have a bond? Because that's the most important thing in the world. My God. Every time I watch these people and the shitty relationships they have with their children, I feel so much better about being a parent. My bond with my children is like everything to me. I would give up everything if my bond was being sacrificed. If I wasn't being the dad I was supposed to be to my children, I wouldn't be on the show. I wake up, put my kids on the bus, kiss them. Love you guys. I come down here for a couple hours to do a video. When they get home, I'm waiting for them to get off the bus. I'm like, let's go do something. Let's play pickleball. Let's go for a walk. Let's watch. Let's snuggle. Let's do this. Everything I do, they do with me. If Daddy wants to play video games, who's next to me? Everly and Weston are next to me playing their toys or their iPads. Or we're just snuggling. My conversations with my kids are the most important thing ever. I have a bond, and if I feel like that's ever going to be sacrificed, everything else will be sacrificed for my children. Everything. I promise you. So... it's just when you watch these people, you realize they don't have bonds with their children. They don't have good relationships. And that's, again, when they die old, sad, and alone, wrinkly on their beds, that's when they're going to wake up. And that's really sad. It's actually really sad.
Still moving forward, what I want and what I don't want. And of course, once I'm ready, I'm going to just take it slow. In the end, I do feel like it's been a major blessing. Like I said,
has it been a major blessing? Really? Okay.
Major life lesson.
I don't believe you.
And
I think there's a lot of...
And cut! Let me talk now! She said some shit that she shouldn't have said.
situations that when we go through it too, it's like, what can I learn from this and be better, whether it's your own choices or whether you know what you do and don't want in a relationship, and kind of what's best. And I think
Crystal has said a million words and none of this shit makes any sense. None of it has ever come to a like point. And here's the thing. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just looking at your teeth.
I think life's a big learning lesson. Every situation that you go through in life is. And
Thanks. Again, I would love to see any of Crystal's high school like book reports. Just love to read that shit. Be like, no, this is just droning on bullshit.
I really hope the best for him. And
Yes.
Do you? Yeah. Oh yeah. Say the thing I said. We hope the best for him. I hope the best for him. Oh, do you? Okay.
I hope the best for him too.
even though it didn't work out,
I don't believe you.
for the best.
Is it for the best? These people are always like, oh, this shitty, super garbage thing happened to our kids. It's for the best. Yeah. Look at Shay Carl. It's for the best I cheated on my wife. It's for the best. It's all for the best. Stop saying it's for the best. It's not. Because then you'd have to answer this question. Is it for the best? Or if your daughter didn't have to go through that, if you had the choice to make, and like you can't, but let's say you could go back in time and change everything, would you or would you not? If you answer the question, yes, I would change it because of the hurt they went through, then it's not for the best. Cool? Okay. You're dumb.
For the best, I wish him well. And
You said that. Yeah, you
I
keep
just
saying
wanted
that.
to take the time
Pat.
to say thank you for the love and respect.
No, I'm not going to watch that. No. Crystal, you're an asshole. Aaron's an asshole. These people are assholes. Straight up 100% assholes. There's a lot of truth bombs in that episode. You guys make sure you go watch that a bunch of times. Like, just garbage. These people keep exposing how bad of parents they are. Just terrible people. But we're so special because sometimes someone doesn't look very good and we don't put them in the video. Oh my God, you're so amazing. Can you teach me how to parent? It's for the best. All the shit that happens, the bad stuff that we literally didn't teach our kids to watch out for, it's for the best. It's for the best. It's not for the best. Stop saying this bullshit. It's just cliche on cliche that doesn't make any sense because they want to make money. Crystal did not feel comfortable in this video, and you could feel it, and thank God. That's karma. It's all coming back, Crystal. There's going to be kids who whistleblow on you guys, and it's going to be bad news bears. And I'll be here with my platform if any of those kids want to. There you go. Everybody take a deep breath. These dickholes. Right? Just a bunch of dickholes. Jerks. Anyway, you guys are incredible, amazing, valuable. Don't forget it. Thanks for being here. Every day you're here laughing and joking and angry with me and just swearing in pillows and things. We appreciate you. I literally do. I'm very blessed to be able to do what I do. And I don't ever want to forget it. So thank you for being you and being amazing and valuable. Don't forget it. I'll see you tomorrow.